The most challenging aspect of everything we're discussing here boils down to one simple thing: finding the time to prioritize it. That's all there is to it: making time for yourself, valuing your own well-being enough to let go of people and activities that only serve you temporarily. It's about taking those precious moments when you wake up in the morning or before you go to bed at night to reflect on the ideal version of yourself that you aspire to be that day. But here's the catch: you refuse to start your day until you embody that person completely. When you confront and conquer your limitations, a whole new world opens up. In the United States, there's a lot of talk about self-love, but many misunderstand its true meaning. It's not about indulging in superficial pleasures like getting a manicure or buying a fancy car. Self-love goes much deeper. It's when you sit with yourself and actively work on overcoming ingrained thoughts, beliefs, and emotional patterns that are linked to your past. It's a continuous effort to transcend these limitations. Beyond your pain lies freedom. Beyond your fear lies courage. Beyond your sadness lies joy. It's the same energy that's trapped within you, waiting to be released. When you push yourself past those barriers and break free from emotional addictions, you experience joy as a side effect. Your body is liberated from the constraints of your mind, and with that newfound freedom comes the energy to create. As you break through these barriers, you begin to genuinely love and respect yourself. Consequently, you develop love and respect for others because you see a reflection of yourself in them. Now that you're unburdened by your own limitations, you can empathize with others without reacting instinctively in the same negative ways. The real challenge here lies in finding the time to embark on this journey of self-discovery. Imagine embracing a new way of being, committing to not rise until you embody that ideal self. By doing this, you not only wire this concept into your brain, but also allow these thoughts to become your lived experience. Your body, as the unconscious mind, starts living in that future reality in the present moment. When your mind and body align in this state of being, and you decide to maintain it throughout the day regardless of the challenges that may arise, something incredible happens. By the end of the day, you'll likely find yourself with even more energy than when you started. The Tibetan translation of meditation signifies becoming familiar with something. The symbol itself represents familiarity. By becoming conscious of your unconscious self to such a degree that you're acutely aware of your thoughts, habits, and emotions, you'll never let them go unnoticed. This level of awareness leaves no room for you to revert back to your old self. The key is to become familiar with a new self by rewiring it in your brain and conditioning your body emotionally. With enough repetition, it becomes easier, and that new state of being becomes your new personality, shaping your personal reality. Substances have a unique ability to alter the chemistry of the brain and body, leading to chemical dependence. However, the desire to change must come from within. That's the initial requirement. In other words, no one can force you to change. You must discover the motivation within yourself and determine if this is truly what you want to pursue. Over my years of study, I've observed individuals who possess an astonishing ability to change. Take, for instance, an older person examining their x-rays, noticing a spot on their lungs. The doctor advises them, saying, "George, that spot is harmless for now, but if you continue smoking, it will become a problem." In response, that person tosses their cigarettes in the trash and quits the next day. How can we explain this? It all comes down to a decision that becomes an experience, subsequently rewriting their biology and chemistry. Similarly, have you ever wondered how someone in a state of religious ecstasy, possessing unwavering faith, can drink strychnine without being poisoned? Once again, it's a decision, an energetic decision. It demonstrates the extraordinary power of the mind. Therefore, individuals who genuinely desire change must approach it with firm intention. Once you grasp the method, you'll realize that you can't rely solely on your conscious mind to effectuate this transformation. You must transcend the analytical mind and delve into different states of consciousness, harnessing the power of brainwave patterns. It's crucial to understand that by the age of 35, roughly 95% of who we are has been shaped by memorized habits and behaviors, which have become ingrained in our identity. Consequently, only 5% of our conscious mind attempts to change the 95% that we've internalized, including emotional addictions. Imagine someone who desires to think positively, but has spent the last 25 years dwelling in negativity, reinforcing those neural programs. They may yearn for a new life with different circumstances, but their subconscious programming generates feelings of guilt. This creates a conflict between the mind and body. In order to embark on a transformative journey, we must recondition our bodies to embrace a new mindset. Change itself is not inherently difficult. It simply requires understanding the manual for unlearning and relearning, breaking free from the habits of our old selves and reinventing our new selves. The latest advancements in neuroplasticity research reveal that we are not bound by predetermined patterns for the entirety of our lives. Similarly, the field of epigenetics assures us that our genetic makeup does not condemn us to a predetermined fate. Rather, we possess astonishing adaptability and the capacity for change. As individuals begin to contemplate their desired identity and envision a life filled with happiness and fulfillment, the frontal lobe of the brain comes into play. With its connections to the entire neocortex, it sets out to resolve this existential problem. By summoning various networks of neurons relevant to these contemplations, based on acquired knowledge and past experiences, the frontal lobe seamlessly weaves together a new understanding. This process is known as intention. Imagine reading a book on personal happiness or studying the principles of effective leadership. Each time you acquire new knowledge, your brain forms additional neural connections, providing raw materials for further imaginative pursuits. Engaging in mental rehearsal effectively installs the necessary neurological infrastructure in your brain, making it appear as if the envisioned future has already become a reality. Consequently, the brain, traditionally a repository of past experiences, transforms into a roadmap for the future. Continually repeating this process allows the hardware to become a software program, enabling you to think and act with the brilliance of a genius or the contentment of a happy individual. The mystery dissolves as you have now successfully programmed the circuits. Remarkably, those who have harnessed this power did not wait for wealth or health to cultivate gratitude, empowerment, or love for life. Instead, they proactively summoned these emotions in advance, even before the corresponding experiences manifested. The unconscious mind, unaware of the distinction between external circumstances and internally generated emotions, believes it is already living in the future. By intensifying these emotions, individuals become increasingly attentive to their thoughts. Gradually, their biology shifts from being bound by the realities of the past and present to aligning with the possibilities of the future. Intrigued by this phenomenon, I pursued further education in neuroscience. It became clear to me that the internal process of rehearsing and imagining held the key to this transformative journey. During these profound moments, individuals often lose track of time and space. Opening their eyes, they believe only a brief interval has passed, unaware that hours have actually slipped away. In the present moment, we access a state of being where self-awareness dissolves, allowing us to transcend ourselves. According to the quantum model of reality, it is in this generous present moment that we gain access to alternate possibilities beyond the confines of our familiar past or predictable future.